Good morning. Welcome to this informative presentation, where we will be learning about the world of technical and vocational education and training centers. I am Carlos Issa, an engineer. I'm working as a technical advisor with the TVET project implemented by GIZ. Our main focus today is to explore the environment and components that make up a typical TVET center. However, we will not stop there. We will also address some of the challenges that TVET centers in Lebanon face today by presenting the pastel for the TVET centers. Our journey doesn't just end at identifying problems. We will also look into proposed solutions. I start with the introduction. Lebanon faces numerous political, economic, social, technological, environmental, and legal challenges. Up until the Civil War, the country was one of the most important commercial and financial centers in the Middle East. The vocational training system was well organized by regional standards. Today, the vocational education and training system is almost exclusively limited to school based training with limited practical experience. Lebanon's technical and vocational education and training centers are currently facing considerable challenges that require strong efforts for enhancement. Non governmental organizations and international non governmental organizations are playing a significant role in improving these centers by implementing various projects. TVET definition. The European wide accepted term technical vocational education and training refers to learning pathways which aim to equip people with knowledge, know-how, skills and or competences required in particular occupations or more broadly in the labor market for the jobs of today and tomorrow, while the term TVET environment refers to the context or setting in which technical and vocational education and training programs and activities take place. It encompasses all the physical, organizational, educational, and social aspects that influence the delivery and effectiveness of TVET initiatives. We start with TVET environment with the infrastructure and facilities. The TVET landscape in Lebanon's infrastructure and facilities varies due to factors like funding and regional differences. Common elements include workshops, classrooms, equipment, computer labs, and more. However, limitation exists, such as restricted access to technology resources, outdated libraries, and inadequate maintenance. International NGOs could contribute, but maintenance and management issues persist, affecting functionality. Safety resources are lacking in TVET workshops, but the COVID GIZ project is addressing this by providing first aid equipment and training. The absence of health and safety insurance for students during training is also being tackled by Issa supported by the COVID project. The availability and quality of teaching and learning resources in Lebanon in Lebanese centers includes the following: textbooks and reference materials, online resources, multimedia materials, practical training materials, industry based case studies, equipment and tools, workshops and practical sessions, group projects and collaborative learning, industry partnerships, simulators and virtual labs, peer learning and mentoring. Limited multimedia resources for teaching in Lebanese TVET result from vocational educators' reluctance due to time and skills required. Access to modern equipment is crucial for hands-on technical learning, yet not consistently equitable across centers. Specializations also lack equal access to necessary tools. Feedback mechanisms from students and industry partners are crucial for ongoing resource enhancement in TVET. Teachers and trainers in TVET centers play a pivotal role in shaping education and skill development. NGOs and INGOs are consistently organizing training sessions for formal TVET teachers in Lebanon. This proactive approach seeks to address the existing deficit in acquired training by enhancing the professional development of educators within the TVET sector. Curriculum and programs. TVET programs aims to equip students with practical skills and industry relevant knowledge. Lebanon's curriculum requires modernization to meet current standards, hindered by resource scarcity. Valuable external curricular materials from international NGOs could potentially aid in this necessary revision. Industry partnerships enhance TVET with practical skills and employability benefits. Apprenticeship involvement by employers is lacking. Lebanon's TVET industry collaboration is limited by improving through initiatives like GIZ projects, ProVTE, VTE for All, and QUAVET, and and the School Advisory Board, aimed at strengthening ties between formal TVET and industries. Quality assurance ensures education aligns with industry needs, but Lebanon's vocational education lacks robust mechanisms. Diverse learners and participants in Lebanese Tibet face disruptions from COVID 19, economic crisis, and other events. Essential programs and training were impacted, creating a need for specialized sessions to address gaps caused by these challenges and provide necessary skills and knowledge. I trust that within this brief interval, I have managed to effectively convey a succinct and coherent overview of the Lebanese Tibet environment. In conclusion, it's clear that the Lebanese Tibet environment faces great challenges that require deliberate and strategic treatment. Stakeholders. Stakeholders are individuals, groups, or organizations that can affect your activities, can be affected by your activities, or perceive themselves to be affected by your activities. Internal and external stakeholders, crucial for center management, impacting projects and business. Strong stakeholders interaction enhances center importance. Serious stakeholders directly influence TVET environment and vice versa. Internal stakeholders like members of the board of directors, employees, administrations, volunteers, while external stakeholders, government, ministry, students, parents, supplier, industrialists, employment candidates, local community, the media, and so on. So, what can stakeholders provide for a TVET center? They can provide resources, networking, and advocacy. Resources, the stakeholders provide the necessary resources and expertise for TVET centers to achieve their goals. So, speaking about stakeholders, so how to develop partnerships and collaborations through the community outreach, industry partnerships, and school partnerships. Due to time constraints, I will not be able to explain each point. So I will speak about them briefly. Contributing curriculum development through industry alignment, skills identification, and technology integration. Advocating for the center and its mission through community engagement, media outreach, and policy advocacy. So, we spoke about the environment, we spoke about stakeholders. Now, let's speak about PASTEL. Analyzing the external factors impacting the TVET center environment in Lebanon, a PASTEL framework approach. So, PASTEL framework analyzes external factors affecting organizations. It covers political, economic, social, technological, environmental, and legal aspects. These impact operations and decision making. In the next slides, I will represent the major factors of each environment that affect the TVET centers. So regarding political, before that, the table on the right side of the following six slides indicates the impact on the TVET center and its degree. For the political environment, we have the government support and funding for TVET programs, geopolitical tensions and political interference, strategic legislation and planning, lack of clear government policy, and establishment or activation of the centralized body. For the economic environment, the connection between the economy and the TVET system is very important for jobs and unemployment. The Lebanese economic crisis has had significant and multifaceted impacts on the TVET system in the country. Here are some key effects: funding shortages and resource constraints, increased demand for skilled workers, immigration of skilled workers, loss of private sector support, uh, instructor retention and training, limited industry partnerships, and so on. Regarding social environment, so I'll present the following four factors: sociocultural dynamics, population growth rate and unemployment patterns, ethnic and religious trends transforming the perception of manual labor. Efforts should be directed to shift the perception of manual labor's value, nurture professional mindset, and impact ethics and cultural values to trainees for Lebanon's development. For the technological environment, I present the following three factors: shortage of specialized skilled workforce in technology, regular usage of computer simulation tools for institutional management training, integration of technological applications across disciplines. Environmental factors, we have the social stigma, career guidance, and cultural perceptions. For the legal factors, we have adherence to occupational safety regulations, ethical business practices and legal protection, lack of comprehensive learner protection policies. The integration of the PESTEL analysis reiterates that the TVET system in Lebanon must be flexible and adaptable to navigate these complex factors. So let's speak now about the methods for engaging stakeholders. Community support and involvement. Involve stakeholders to ensure alignment with community needs and secure widespread backing for the TVET Center's initiatives. We can we have another method through financial consequences and another through enhanced quality. Methods for engaging stakeholders. We have different methods. Most important of them, surveys, focus groups, and advisory boards. Navigating stakeholders' management challenges through communication, misalignment of interests, and budget constraints. In conclusion, the significance, to conclude, it remains two steps: invitation to action for stakeholders in Lebanon and manage your stakeholders. The best way to manage your stakeholders is by doing the following: make use of the ranking list of stakeholders that you produced, indicate for each stakeholder if they have a negative or positive impact on your center and to which degree. At the end, in conclusion, I hope that the information shared today has been insightful and beneficial. Thank you for your time and attention.